Hello, this is a Steinway Model K upright piano. It's 130 centimeters tall, made in 1904. It's Steinway's top model of the time, really, of upright pianos, and this one has a particularly beautiful casework. I think it's quartered veneer walnut. If you're in the trade and know better, I'm not really a wood expert at all. Very pleasant stool to match the piano. The stool's very slightly defective. If you look on there, really is nothing serious, but just slight marks on there. But recovered top and John Austin piano stool, very high quality. So we're very pleased to get this piano back in, actually, because during lockdown somebody had the piano on trial. Recently they've just bought a really top quality German upright piano, modern upright piano, but they like this one very much. It was a difficult decision to make. So I like both, really. I'm just obviously like all the pianos that we have. But the beautiful bass tone here. I'm going to quickly look at some of the work that we've done on the worksheet, and just had a quick go through the piano to see what other work might need doing. It just has a beautiful singing sound, as you'd expect from a Steinway. Very stable, very tight tuning pins. Here's the worksheet that we made as you can see, in 31/10/2020, and the piano is obviously, it's been out since then and come back in. So we've done all this work here, and you can see the major work that needed doing, regulating dampers to keys. We'll have a quick look at that, and reface the top two octaves, so we voiced the hammers too. That's still minor voicing I've seen to do, and bend a chip key. I'm not quite sure which one that was. And we'll see that the touch rate was slightly on the lower side here, slightly varied, but we've obviously rectified that. It's still slightly on the light side, I would say. So if you're wanting a heavier, we can also make the touch heavier if you want it heavier. That's not a problem. It's just small things that, like a squeak, that we put right as well. I can't really see any chips on the keys. There is a very slight one here. Can't see which one we've mended, because it's obviously our team has made a good job of that. Maybe that one there, slightly discoloured middle bit there, but it's very difficult to notice. I noticed that some have come off and been stuck back on. So there's a stronger mark here where the keys come off before and stuck back on. But we've checked them all by tapping them just to make sure none of the others are going to come off. These are ivory, of course. So I've just been making a follow-up worksheet, and just a couple of, there's a brighter toned one there, and a couple of dampers that not quite, if you listen to these two dampers, so that would be D and D sharp. E damper carries on a bit longer, so there's kind of refinements I need to make, and small chip on the key here, as I mentioned before. Otherwise I think it's got a pretty clean bill of health. Mentioned on the worksheet that the dampers were coming off a bit early, went to the key, so they should be coming halfway or just beyond, and that makes the touch. Otherwise they come off too early, then it feels too heavy, especially around this kind of area here. So let's have a look at those. So they're going just over nearly 2/3 of the way, which is fine, and they need to lift off very positively, so that's very important, and coming off together as well. So that's the Steinway Model K, come back into stock. Just small refinements to do still. If you look at the first video, you'll see the sort of work that we had to do on the piano. Sings beautifully. With a beautiful warm bass, as you'd expect. If you're interested in this piano, please do email us info@robertspianos.com, any questions you might have over it. Thank you very much for listening.